A live look at D.W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thanks, Reese. Checking in with the Florida State head coach here before the kick. This is going to be a big challenge today. They have a great team coming in here, but he said, I am confident in our ability to handle that. We've got the best crowd in college football. They make every game a home field advantage. He said, I feel great that the crowd is behind us here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Seminoles headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room. Much to be found as he stopped at the 18. On the option. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right, Jesse? It's really fun to be that team at the middle, towards the end of the year, too, where you can play spoiler.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team has not yet quit on the year. They're still out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
At the 40, there's a crease. They finally bring him down, and not only do they get a big play, but I think they're going to tack 15 more on it for a face mask. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Offense will try to get some momentum going on first and 10. On the option. He'll keep it again on the option. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Complete. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. Jackson will throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. He's loose down the left side. The 20. Oh, it's loose. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
And how about this defense flipping the field, turning a negative situation into a positive, causing the fumble, scooping that puppy up. You look at the blocking out in front of the guy, you can tell, chewing up yardage, puts it all the way back down the field, gets a ton of yards back, and now puts an offense in a position to succeed.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They'll try the jet sweep to pick up the first down. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And they have the first points of the game.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. Got to execute and you got to lock in.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. There's some room. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Jackson gonna throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been, now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
From the 16-yard line. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Oh, he can't hang on, and those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit, and you see more drops over the middle of the field.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Punt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. On the option. And he swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. On the play. 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Jackson will throw. Gets it to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They'll run the option. Can't get him to the ground. Got enough for the first. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Razorbacks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, defenses have to play responsibility football, and you can tell they had the quarterback, but how about the running back? They didn't even play it off the pitch, and he takes full advantage. They constantly put this kind of stress on you with this option, and the defense, they were not where they were supposed to be, and they give up the explosive touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Finds his tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has...
Could be an alley. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Now facing a third and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Seminoles will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal, but look, worst case scenario, caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Hauled in inside his 30, and he'll head the other way. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Gets the back moving. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared.
Got a little grass. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run on the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, he drops to throw. Punts it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. Drills him with the stiff arm. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Jackson gonna throw it. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
A nice catch, way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. On target. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking downfield very late in the half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Georgia taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. And it's Georgia who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll move the wide receiver. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll run the option. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Goes to the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And he wasn't able to push the ball downfield, so it turned into check down Charlie, and they didn't get it to the sticks.
It's the only place the quarterback could have gone with the ball, Reese. That was the only spot for a play to be made. You just try to get it to your running back. You hope he can make a guy miss and maybe get north. Wasn't able to do that, and now we've got 4th down.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive... Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Florida State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. From inside the 15, here's the return. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Jackson will throw. Unleashes it. Finds a man in the middle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Oh, it's a fumble. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Rides the back and leaves it. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Firing to the right, complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Keeps it on 1st down. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. The option look. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Arkansas. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's got room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. It's complete to the left. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him tote.
They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He leaves it with the back.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Knowles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He makes the stop, and they'll have it in the red zone after converting on 4th down.
Man, and they did the hard work. Nice job being physical, getting that 4th down and short, and now you got 4 chances from the 1-yard line. This offense is in great position. Shoot, I'm probably going to come back to the same exact play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like they were ready for that 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He's going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. If the quarterback's a little more on there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
He's knocked out of bounds, and he's not going to get it. He's stopped by the defense and a turnover on downs. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. And now a chance, if they can put something together to maybe have a game-winning drive. Might have a chance. Inside the 40. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Coming out with it, it's Howard. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun to give, looking for room. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And man, this is more of the same for the...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a catch at the 20. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown Seminoles. Once he got some room, it was over. The Seminoles back in the lead.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Rides the option, he keeps it. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Handoff for Parker.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Jackson gonna throw it. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the outside. He's not going to make it to the 1st down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the 1st down anyway. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Russell. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Here comes the option. Pulls it on the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Jackson will throw. He's got him all the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. And this field goal might not lock the game away, but you'd be able to hear the tumblers clicking. And the Razorbacks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the field goal unit is on the field. This for the lead and very likely the win. And it's good! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ballgame. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this, I'm in this game right now.